the hills of West Virginia to the BBC. Pull up a chair, come sit a spell. You'll hear some things you never dare tell. According to Leany, it's real, it's raw, it's home. Mods like sisters from every state, Arizona sun and a desert gate, Indiana strong, East Coast bold, Australia brings that sunshine gold. From Liverpool to the Appalachian Pines, they're holding down the truth in the comment lines. Maggie shine. Maggie's got sass and a voice like a bell. She'll crack a joke and cast a spell. With sweet little Jessie tucked under her arm, she's bringing the laughter, the love, the charm. She sings like a dream and she hosts with grace, puts a smile on every watcher's face. She's a light in the dark, a joy to know, spreading warmth wherever she goes. We hold each other up when the weight gets rough. Ain't got time for drama or made up stuff. Man or woman, if you come with hate, you'll find that kindness shuts the gate. We're mad, they say, maybe it's true. Tired mamas, retired FBI, a hot flash or two. We don't do lies, we won't play small. You disrespect one, you answer to us all. But if you come with peace, you're a friend for life. We'll meet you with hugs, not trouble or strife. We welcome all, every shade and name. Just come correct and you're in the flame. According to Leany, the world's a wild ride, with a Scouse bestie talking by her side. They laugh, they cry, they spill the tea. From the hills of West Virginia to the BBC. Pull up a chair, come sit a spell. You'll hear some things you never dare tell. According to Leany, it's real, it's raw, it's home. Yeah, according to Leany, you're never alone. We hold each other up when the weight gets rough. Ain't got time for drama or made up stuff. Man or woman, if you come with hate, you'll find that kindness shuts the gate. We're mad, they say. We're mad. She's got 5 kids, 10 grandbabies, golden retrievers running wild like daisies. Coffee in hand, a Marlboro Light, telling the truth in the dead of night. According to Leany, the world's a wild ride, with a Scouse bestie talking by her side. They laugh, they cry, they spill the tea. From the hills of West Virginia to the BBC. Pull up a chair, come sit a spell. You'll hear some things you never dare tell. According to Leany, it's real, it's raw, it's home. Mods like sisters from every state, Arizona sun and a desert gate, Indiana strong, East Coast bold, Australia brings that sunshine gold. From Liverpool to the Appalachian Pines, they're holding down the truth in the comment lines. Maggie shine. Maggie's got sass and a voice like a bell. She'll crack a joke and cast a spell. With sweet little Jessie tucked under her arm, dream, and she hosts with grace, puts a smile on every watcher's face. She's a light in the dark, a joy to know, spreading warmth wherever she goes. We hold each other up when the weight gets rough. Ain't got time for drama or made up stuff. Man or woman, if you come with hate, you'll find that kindness shuts the gate. We're mad, they say, maybe it's true. Tired mamas, retired FBI, a hot flash or two. We don't do lies, we won't play small. You disrespect one, you answer to us all. But if you come with peace, you're a friend for life. We'll meet you with hugs, not trouble or strife. We welcome all, every shade and name. Just come correct, and you're in the flame. According to Leanie, the world's a wild ride, with a scout's bestie talking by her side. They laugh, they cry, they spill the tea, from the hills of West Virginia to the BBC. Pull up a chair, come sit a spell. You'll hear some things you never dare tell. According to Leanie, it's real, it's raw, it's home. Yeah, according to Leanie, you're never alone. We hold each other when...
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. So good to see you all. Thank you for being here. That song was written, of course, by our very own lunch lady, the official lunch lady, the real lunch lady. It makes me tear up a little bit. It really does. And I didn't come to this live to be sappy. But I'm in a sappy mood today, and I've got a headache. That's no excuse for being sappy, but I'm either sappy or pissed off or doing something that's unacceptable to those proper people. But it made me tear up because there's been a lot of crap, and this is not what this live is about, but let me just say, I'm going to put it out there and then I'm going to shut the fuck up. This last week has just been sickening. It's been sickening. We have the regular, crap that goes on that is sickening in itself to watch and to listen to. And I really do try not to go on people's channels and comment, because I know that will bring problems here, and I don't want anybody ever saying, oh, Leanie will talk shit over on other people's channels, but she doesn't allow it on hers. So I try to lead by example, but there are just some things that I get so quickly moved by, and not moved in a good way. I'm shuffled over to a place that I don't like to be. And there's so many. I mean, we've been watching the Lizzo thing happen since this channel started, just about. And I haven't really talked about it very much at all on my channel, because I feel like first, I didn't understand it. To tell you the truth, I didn't. I really didn't understand it. And I'm going to get to everybody in just a second. If you guys just give me a minute to let me bitch just a minute, okay? I didn't understand it. I was new. I wasn't sure who I could trust. I wasn't sure who I could, who was telling the truth. I was just so mixed up, and I try to see the good in everybody. Well, it didn't take very long to figure out what was going on. It really didn't. It takes me maybe a little longer than some people because obviously you guys know, the ones that know me well know that I I I love everybody. As soon as you walk into my life, I just love you. While everybody else who are pretty good judges of character right off are just like, girl, you're going down a bad road. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't allow that in your life. And I'm just like, everybody deserves a chance, and I still feel that way. Because I can't, there are parts about me, believe it or not, that I don't want to change. I don't want to become a negative person. I don't want to be negative right off in the gate. And maybe it's not being negative when you actually can sense, like, that's bad news. That's bad news. Run as fast as you can. And I guess I'm not good at that until it's proven to me, And so it took me a minute longer to realize what was going on with Liz. But I was watching Liz handle it, and I thought she's fucking brilliant. And I tried to stay out of it, and I respected, and I still respect the fact that it's not here on this channel. And slowly but surely, we've watched, especially the mods here, one by one, be dragged into bullshit, just for sticking up for their friend. And if that makes me a not very good friend because I handled things the way that I did with trying not to start shit on other people's channels, because I really could. And I could do it here too, but then this channel would be like other channels that are just a drag, complete drag. But it's still hard. It was hard. It's still hard watching Liz go through the shit that she goes through. But I'm glad, and Lizzo will tell you. I've always told Lizzo, you handle it any way you have to handle it, and I've always told everyone that follows me or subscribes to my channel or is my friend, don't let people walk on you, no matter who you're friends with. It's not going to affect my relationship with you, even if I'm close to somebody. And they're walking all over you. You're not put on this earth to be walked on by anybody, especially by people online. You definitely do not let yourself be walked on by those that are in your life, no matter who they are, spouses, kids, parents, none of that shit. If you're not going to allow that, why would you allow someone online to bully and just treat you like crap? So I'm going to put it out there. I'm not holier than thou, and I'm not a perfect person. I just try to do what's right by people, and I don't want my channel to be a drama channel because I like doing so much other stuff. But I'm going to put it out publicly because, again, over and over, my name keeps being used as to what would Leanie think about Lizzo saying this, or what would Leanie think about Lou saying that. And I'm going to reiterate what I've always said, and what's finally, I think people are finally getting. I don't own none of you. You don't own me. Now, are there times my mods, when I get pissed off, the people I go to, of course, are my friends, my mods. Miss Barbara, who is my mama, and I talked to them about it. And I'm going to tell you what, never once have they said, "Go get him, Leanie." No, they're all like, "Just leave it be. That's not what your channel's about. We understand." And sometimes I have made things worse by not taking the right counsel from them. Um, and but I'm human too, and I think they realize that, and so they are forgiving of me for the drama that I alone will bring to my channel sometimes. Um, but I'm human, and I get pissed. If you guys knew how much I really wanted to say, and I don't say it, like this channel would never be anything like what it is right now, because I could actually let that negativity and that despise and that, oh, just ugh, word vomit coming out of my mouth too. And then we're just like everybody else. So there are times I can't control it. There are a lot of times that I can control it. Um, with the help of good people that don't want to see the channel turn into that as well. But there are times that you do have to stand up and you do have to speak what's right. And I'm I'm very, very thankful that um Lizzo is standing up for herself now. I'm We all watched it from the beginning. This is one thing I could say did not happen before me. It happened when I first started. Lizzo did try. She walked away. She did walk away. If you guys remember, all my lives are still up. Go back and look at it. All of us who cared about Lizzo and loved Lizzo were like, "Lizzo, please come back," because nobody should be able to run you off of YouTube. And it took her a while to come back. I'm not reading chat right now, guys, because I have to get this out. I don't want to be distracted from what I'm going to say. Um, every one of us who have been around these parts for a while, Lizzo left. She left it alone. She didn't speak on it. She she walked away. Now, I don't know. Was Lizzo sitting in the bushes watching, listening, whatever? She may have, just like everybody else who's ever said, "I'm leaving YouTube," does, just like I would. I'm no different than that. I'd be watching. So whether she did or she didn't, is not uh is not what I'm talking about here. Lizzo shut the fuck up. And she did it for about 3 months. And it didn't stop. The abuse to her and her family did not stop. And for those of you that think that it did for 1 second, you're not paying attention, and you're either brainwashed, or B, you just like the lies as well. Lizzo absolutely did stop. The minute, and then I'm just going to call the names. Rose decided to take a break from YouTube as well, and I think she was off for about 2 or 3 months. And I guess all the lives are either privated or they're deleted or whatever. But I'm here to tell you, I was in her first couple of lives back, and I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one, but um, I'm letting you know, the first or second one that when she came back, she absolutely was going off on Lizzo. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, do I go to other channels that Rose, Lizzo, other people may go to? Are they saying stuff about each other in different chats? I don't know. I don't go to. I I I just don't. So I don't know. But what I'm speaking here is that I know for a fact when Lizzo was gone, Lizzo was gone. She was on no other channels. She was barely talking to, at least, well, I can only speak for myself. She and Beth, they both just even walked away from Messenger. It was every now and then I would reach out and say, "Hey, Liz, are you okay?" And she would just say, "I'm fine. I'm just hanging out with my family or trying to do this or that, taking care of my mom." Uh, Things like that, doing more crafting. But even I can't speak for anybody else if Lizzo talked to them in Messenger, but I'm saying that Lizzo didn't uh absolutely, I mean, she let go. She let go of all of it. And what happened? She came back on the channel. Thank God, slowly. It wasn't like an everyday thing. Every time we were live, Lizzo slowly came back. We and we were all grateful. We're still grateful. We're still not letting her go. Um, this is the deal. And then I'm going to shut the fuck up about this part. Everything Lizzo is putting out on her channel, first of all, I find it fucking funny and entertaining as hell because Lizzo doesn't even know she's funny. Lizzo, you have no clue how fucking funny you are. I mean, you're not even trying, you're just listening, you're like, oh God. Huh. Oh yes. And I just listen, I don't even think Lizzo realizes she's being sarcastic, but it's just fucking hilarious to me. So funny to me that I think Lizzo should pick a live, any live of mine, and just play it and critique it. I would love it. It's so funny. I can't help but to laugh. I just can't help it. Y'all, I spit. I was literally listening to her on the big screen. On my, when I say big screen, I'm talking about my TV. And homegirl said, she said, and you just have to go back and listen to it because I can't make it funny, but she said, it's a big dog. It needs a walk. Y'all, the way she said it, just like so, like it just rolled off her tongue. Like, of course, like this makes total sense. I literally spit my coffee across the room. I died. Such good. I mean, it's comedy gold. And she's not trying to be comedy gold. She's trying to be accurate. And I'm letting you guys know this. She's fucking accurate. And how you know she's accurate is she's not sitting there on any of her lives or her videos and discussing something she heard or she might have watched or whatever. Y'all, she's playing the evidence right in front of you. So if you think it's Lizzo that's lying, I don't know what other kind of proof you fucking need to figure out who the liars are. When somebody will sit there and play your own words against you and critique them, how the fuck are you getting out of that? I mean, I mean, there it is, it's coming out of your fucking mouth. You can't twist your shit. You just can't do it. And I dig it. And I think hopefully one day it'll be over. And I think Lizzo should do a comedy hour and just start picking lives from me and people who I'll make Lunch Lady go live with Jay Badass, and I'll put Barbara Smith up here with me, and Lizzo can critique. And y'all, I'm telling you, it's comedy gold. It's so fucking funny. It's kind of like a roast. It's a straight up roast, but with truth. And I mean, I think Lizzo's give a damn is busted, y'all. She tried to play nice. Y'all pissed her off. You pushed her too far. Her give a damn's busted. She's got no fucks left to give. She's got zero fucks. She's borrowed all the fucks that we're going to give her because we have to hang on to our own. So we have some left to give. Lizzo has nothing left to lose but to point out the truth. And I think it's great. You can only slander and drag and beat the hell out of somebody and their family for your own content over and over and over to grow a channel over and over and over on the backs of of good people before you're going to push them. And guess what? The truth's finally going to come out, and that side of them that you never wanted to see is going to come out. And so I applaud Lizzo. And I support it because there's no damn way um that I would let my family be bashed or dragged either. So I'm gonna put that out there. Second of all, I've been asked many times over because, you know, everybody knew the minute Maggie's name was brought up. I've told everybody from the beginning, uh, I would kill over Maggie. Now, does that mean I'm going to come and slice your neck, bleed you out? Only in my negative thoughts of things I really would like to do to you, but not before I rip your fingernails apart and and headbutt you and do all kind of crazy shit that I've done before. That would be the last thing. When I talk about kill you, is that I would love to come on here and just roast your ass like you've never been roasted before. Where trust me, you would leave crying about it, and then you'd have to make up even more lies lies on the lives. There's a couple people that my heart tells me, look, there are people we are our quote unquote brothers keepers, sisters keepers for. There are people out there that they may not need our protection, but just like my little brother who is 6'4", the man is two of me. He looks very he looks like a scary biker dude. Country ass biker dude. He looks fucking scary. And I would kill over my brother and my sisters. But my brother, there was always something special about my brother. He was my scrapping bud when I was a kid, and we hung out the most together as kids. And he was, we were, my brother and I, out of my mom's 4 kids, took a lot of bullying because my brother was always a big guy, and but he was very soft and humble and loving and kind to everybody. And because of his size and the way that his spirit was, he took a lot of bullying, which made the psycho blonde little girl who would close her eyes the minute a fist fight would come and just start swinging, and whoever was in the way was going to get it. And I've always protected him, and to this day, even though my little big brother needs no protection from me at all, out of all of my siblings, he is definitely the one I will still hurt somebody over. So there's always somebody like that in your life. Look at your life. There's someone in your life who you are their protector. I've got people like that in my family that feel that way about me, but they know that I'm meaner than just about all of them, than all of them that are left. And that I'm going to handle it way better than they ever could. So there are a couple people even on this channel that I'm just like, don't fucking touch them. Don't fucking bring them up. They don't bring you up. Don't mess with them, because you're going to get the wrath of people. And it's not just me. There are people on this channel that we are very, very protective of because their place on this channel and because we just feel protective of them. Um, and one of them to me is Maggie. Not that Maggie can't handle her own shit. Maggie can handle her shit. She just doesn't do it like this. She will pull you into a messenger or a face to face and ream your ass. But she's not going to do it publicly. And it pisses me off that people know that about her. So they think they've got these balls that they'll put it out on the internet because they know that Maggie is not going to interact or entertain that. But you damn sure won't bring it to her in a message, right? Or a phone call. Maggie's nothing but kind to everybody. Maggie has taken some hits from this channel that she never deserved. Maggie has been misunderstood on this channel. And people know that. You guys have watched it happen where Maggie is just like blown away. And all of us are blown away. And we're just like, Maggie? Maggie would have never said that. Maggie would not have done that. Maggie, it just doesn't happen. So I'm just going to let you guys know that are in the bushes and just listening and hate my guts. First, thank you for the view. Second, it's not just me you have to worry about when it comes to Mags. It's a whole tribe here on According to Leanie. It will get ugly, and it will get ugly fast if you mess with Maggie. And believe you me, I know there are people that will go to bat for me in a heartbeat as well, but they also know that I'll probably get to them before they will. But I will tell you this, there's not one person on this channel that won't jump your ass about Maggie a hell of a lot quicker than they will jump your ass about saying anything about me. And it's because you don't fuck with people that have that are hiding angel wings on their back. You don't fuck with people that are good and kind people and really just adore and love people. You just don't fuck with those kind. You don't. There's too much bad in this world to fuck with what's left of the good ones. And Maggie is the salt of the earth. A couple, along with a couple other people on here, but right now I'm talking about Maggie, and I'm sure when she listens to this, she's going to roll over and just cry because she's one of the ones that told me, don't touch it, leave it alone. But once again, in my counsel with people that have told me, don't, I have to. And unfortunately, I did. And you know what? I'll listen to the wrath of Mags and to the people who even when they get on to me about something that I say, and they do. Don't think everybody's over here patting Leanie on the back, saying, oh, right on. No, there are times that they'll call me out. Do they call me out here? No, not usually. But they'll call me out in private and say, oh, man, I wish you hadn't have done that. And it's something I'm willing to take. And I'm grateful for those that keep me in check, that aren't just everything I say is the right thing to say because I'm a creator here. No, you've got a friend when your friend pulls you to the side and says, look at here. A, you're not taking care of yourself. B, you shouldn't have said that. C, you've got it all wrong. This person, like, I need you to do some research. And my friends, the ones that I count on to hold me accountable, absolutely do that for me. And I'm grateful. And if you've got somebody in your life that does that for you, that is a true friend. Sitting over there, licking people's asses, and agreeing with every vile bullshit thing that they say because you're scared to piss them off, or because for some odd reason you're attached to that person, man, those aren't your friends. They're just the flavor of the minute. They're going to be gone. Slowly but surely, they'll be gone. Because they'll either come to some kind of consciousness, or they, I don't know, maybe God will deal with them. Maybe they'll get some kind of conviction. I don't know. Or maybe they'll just figure it out, and then you've got those that never will, because they're just as evil. And that's all I have to say about that. So, I don't own my subs. They're not even my I feel guilty for saying my subs. They're subs at all. I don't own people that sub to this channel. I'm not their mamas. I don't want to be their mamas. I got enough kids. I got enough grandkids. Believe me, I'm stretched thin with mothering. They don't own me. I don't own them. I'm not paying them. They're not paying me. Although, let me put this out there right now. I've heard there are paid trolls or paid whatever. Listen, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'm down for figuring out how to troll stuff and make me a cool $10 to buy me a pack of cigarettes, because they're fucking expensive now. I mean, can somebody let me in on how people are getting paid? I keep hearing this is a paid troll and that person's paying, and I'm like, well, why don't I know about that? I want to be paid. Listen, hire a girl. My son, my Huckleberry, texted me a little while ago, and he was like, Mom, got some work for you. It's really close to home, 2 different cities close to home. I'm wondering if you want to do it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Mama needs some money. And so y'all, I will hustle. It may take, I may be a little slower at it. And you might be able to figure out who I am, because I can't keep the cuss words out of it. And I don't think I could type any different than I talk, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I mean, nobody said you had to be a good troll to make money. But I mean, I can dedicate 10 minutes, 15 minutes for a cool pack of cigarettes. Let's go, people. Let's go. And I will tell you, I mean, okay, I won't tell you what my screen name will be. You'll figure it out. Trust me, because it'll be something stupid. And then you'll watch me type and you'll be like, that's fucking leany. So it's not like, but I will let you guys know, look, I'm a paid troll. I understand you guys. I know. Listen, let's try it. So if you're paying trolls out there, y'all hit a girl up, help me out. Mama needs money. You hear me? Mama needs money. I'm your girl. So, and who knows, I could get very good at it. I could be very good at it. All right, that's enough bitching. Sorry I started it like that. I really had no intentions of doing it. I would have actually put it in the title, because that would have brought in a hell of a lot more people in the title than what I did put, because this is what I got a message from, well, let me stop right there. Let me say hi to everybody who's in here, who came in here. I appreciate it. I'm going to go over, I won't be able to get back to all the comments because there's a lot, and I appreciate that of all of you. But let me just say, I love everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I see Andy was here, Sean, Lizzo, Jeffrey, Jay Badass, Pegs, who cracks me up. Aussie True Crime, the beautiful Joni. Hello, my friend. Who am I missing? Anybody call it out for me? Miss Barbara, my mama, I love you with all my heart. I'm just scrolling through. Lunch Lady, the original Lunch Lady. Who else am I missing? Pop up and say hi real quick. That may be it. There's only 13. Okay, so, and if you're in the bushes, clipping, hating, whatever, thank you. Thank you for the view. We appreciate you so much. Did I say hello to my my Hawaiian yummy man? I miss Sean. I miss having Sean on panel and listening to his laugh. Excuse me, I got a cough. Hold on. Got to get an open panel going because I need Sean up here laughing. Laughter's some really good medicine. Anointed Praise was here. Hello, or if she's still here. Hello, sister. Good to see you. Thank you for being in here. Listen. So on my last live that we were doing a vintage haul. Thank you to those that did the replay on it. I appreciate that so much. And I got a message on one of the replays from Mission Possible. And I was blown away by his message because he noticed something in the in the live on the distance, right? He noticed a lamp that I have in my dining room that is in front of my window. And I'm in love with that lamp. I got it at auction, right? And the globe on the lamp actually broke. So I was still like, oh, it's gorgeous. I'll be able to find something that'll match the time period. And I think we came pretty close to it. We actually got it on Amazon. So I'm not sure what the original globe to the lamp looked like. I have no clue. It was being sold as is without the globe. But what I imagined in my mind that it would look like, Amazon had one and it kind of looked vintage. So I went with it. Well, Mission said, Leanie, is that a vintage oil floor lamp? And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? I went in there and I looked at it again, and I'm going to do, I don't want to spoil it because I'm going to do a video on it. First of all, I couldn't believe that hi, Fancy Tramp. I couldn't believe that he noticed that. But we all know that he, in one of our lives before, said that, or maybe it was on just in chat. I don't remember. But anyways, he was telling me that he is a collector of vintage oil lamps. And that got me to thinking that maybe I need a few vintage oil lamps. I don't have vintage, but I have oil lamps. And anyhow, so I was like, wait, what? Y'all, I don't want to give it away, so I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to break that lamp down probably this evening because I've already figured it out. And not only did I figure it out, I did some research on, okay, I knew there were vintage oil lamps that like would sit on the table or on hearths or or even on the wall. I knew that. I did not know that they actually had floor lamps back in the day. They do. Oh my gosh, y'all. So that's what brought up this live. And I was like, holy hell. Tonight is Clutter Barn's online auction. Now, Mission has got me all kind of screwed up in my head that now I need some vintage oil lamps because I know what I know about that lamp in there. But I don't want to um, give it away on this live because I'm going to do it on a video. Y'all, so I was like, oh my God, Clutter Barn is tonight. They're on online auction. I have got to go over and bring up, because they have a catalog of everything that's going to be auctioned off, right? And now I'm on the search for vintage oil lamps. Just what I need. So I thought, wow, let's do a live on it. Some people have never done online auctions. And I guarantee you that since COVID, some really great things came out of COVID. And one of the great things that came out of COVID was online auctions. It used to be like, I still go to estate auctions, things like that. Like, I love estate auctions, but they're getting fewer and far between. So online auctions are what people are starting to do now. If you live in an area that like I do, the online auction is in your town, you don't, like me, I don't have to pay for postage. I just go over there on Sunday. The auction starts on Saturday night. Sunday it starts to pick up at their location. Y'all, that's only 10 minutes from me. But you can go to online auctions that they will ship. Just be careful. Find out how much their shipping is. Because sometimes you're overpaying because of the shipping. Not overpaying for what it's worth, but more than you wanted to pay. So you're gonna have to find auctions that have no matter how much you buy from that auction, they have a set price for shipping. So if it's less, if it really only costs $5 to ship your item, then and they're doing a set price of $9, they pocket the $4. But if it costs them $20 to ship your item, that comes out of their pocket. So to me, online auctions are a small business, and I like supporting small business. It's like one of the last things that are left, sadly, in America that small businesses can actually make money on. And so I'm all about that. And they don't overprice stuff when it's an auction, right? Because a lot of times they're just selling it for the person. They're taking a percentage of the sales. So they're still making their money, right? So I'm all about these online auctions. I know that a lot of you have gotten into it now with me, and gotten into Goodwill shopping and vintage shopping and stuff like that. Lunch Lady is big on that stuff too, and she just sent me an old home interior, sent me a picture of her find at Goodwill, and home interior candle, and she said it smells just like 1993. Fuck me. I loved it. But it's a beautiful candle. Now, Lunch Lady, you better hear me. I don't care if it's a vintage candle. You better burn it, because y'all know how I feel about that. Y'all burn them damn candles. Quit holding on to your candle. What are we supposed to do with your candles when you die? If I come to your house, I'm nosy. Not as in like going through your cabinets in your bathroom and stuff like that, but like I'm looking at your stuff. If I see a dusty candle sitting over there, I don't care how pretty it is, I'm burning your candle for you. I do it to my sister all the time. When my mom was alive, my other sister was alive, I used to go over, to the point that they would hide their special candles because they knew if I was coming in, I'm burning candles. Yo, I'm a smoker. There's a lighter in my pocket at all times. I'm like, what the hell are we saving this? Do you know you could reuse vessels? Once you burn out the candle, I could show you how to get rid of all that wax and stuff. And you could use it for other things, like adding a tea light to it so it still looks like a damn candle. Or pour your own candle mix back into the vessel. Or, I mean, there's countless things to do with it. Save the vessel, burn the damn candle. Nobody cares. Okay. Now that we got the, all right. So Lunch Lady's been burning the 1993 candles. Perfect. My mom used to make her own candles when I was a kid growing up. Can you take us to an auction on your channel, Leanie? Yes, absolutely. What we're going to do is right now the catalog is open, meaning you can start bidding on it now. I think the auction goes live at 8 o'clock. I might be able to go live during the live. I never bid on anything beforehand. I just don't. I think there's a couple of reasons why you shouldn't. Here's one. I think that people who are running the auctions, they will see a bid on something, right? They know that there is a an interest in that item. So somebody from the online auction will outbid you, right? Because they know if you really want it, you're going to bid back. All right. There's that. Then there are those other people that are also looking through the catalog and they see what other people are bidding on. Then they're doing the research on it, right? How much is that item really worth? A lot of people who are going to these online auctions either have a booth, like a vintage booth in a store, or they have their own online auctions, like on Whatnot, like I showed you guys before. And they'll buy all this stuff for cheap, bring it to their online auction. They know what it's worth. They've had time to do the research on it, and they will just make sure that they outbid you enough where they could make um, a couple extra dollars on it. So it's all kind of a circle, right? So for me, I never pre-bid on an auction because I don't need anybody saying, "Oh, well, there is uh, uh, there's a market for that stuff, obviously. So let's find out what it's worth, why she wants it, and how much and how bad, y'all." I know the game. I just don't I wish I had time to do something like that because I would love to do a Whatnot um auction thing. I would love that. Um so I just don't I I really don't think I have time to dedicate to that. I don't. I would like to. Maybe in about 10 years. But right now life is too busy, too much. All right. Peggy says my mom designed our childhood house. She bought antiques for cheap, refinished them all. She designed the interior, hung the wallpaper, made the drapes. She could do anything. Yes. I would love to have a store. Listen, if a bunch of us that like the vintage kind of vintage kind of looks, and because you could be successful at it as long as you're researching how much it's really worth, and then you're also watching, the pre-bids and things like that, and the interest in it, and then also see what's trending in the different styles of decorating. There's money to be made, and if there was enough of us close enough to do it, I wouldn't mind doing it. So I've got a catalog up. Shame I'm in the UK, still gonna look. Yeah, even if I really no even if I always look through the catalogs, even if I don't have the money to buy something, or if I'm looking for something, or whatever, I always look through the catalogs. I think they're fun. So um No. So the regular auctions, Anointed Praise, that you would go to, that's where you hear them talk really fast. The online auction, there's actually no talking. It is, well, I'll do it tonight. We'll go live tonight during that auction so you could see what it's like. Now, if you go to Whatnot, the Whatnot auction that we did last month, that person is doing a live auction and she's showing you the product. And then she clicks this little thing on her computer with a timer, and then you sit in her chat and you bid on it. When the timer runs out, whoever bid the highest wins the item. So yeah, just Google Clutter Barn. That's just one of them. High bid in the States is big, big, big. So high hopes. Good to see you. Glad you got to catch a live. eBay is fun too. The problem with eBay, again, is the shipping. The shipping. So always watch your shipping. That's where you think, oh damn, I got this for the greatest price. And then, you know, you look at your credit card statement or your debit card statement. You're like, why the hell was $15 taken out on a $4 audit item? I'm tripping on my words. Item that I just bought. And it's because the shipping is that high. So if you're shopping online, like with Whatnot, and you know that the stuff is going to have to be shipped for you, here's my tip. Look for the shops that are doing reduced shipping or a flat rate shipping. You may lose a little money on the shipping, or you could blow out in the shipping. That just it's a win-win for both sides of it. One time you might lose $4 or $5 in shipping, but the next time you might order a lot of stuff and the auctioneer, the person who's selling the stuff, is having to eat the price. So, I'm telling you, if you're in the States, I don't know how it works in other countries. But find you an auction. They're there. Just look on Facebook, Google it, put it in your search engine, online auction near me. That way you can bypass all the shipping and you just go over there and pick up your goods. And that's what happened with a lot of my stuff. As most of you guys know, most stuff in my house is either vintage or that I've bought on auctions, thrift stores, online, marketplace. There are very few things that I won't buy used. One of them being mattresses. Y'all skip the mattresses. I don't care if it's a free mattress. Skip those. Do not bring that mattress into your house. I'm leery about bringing in couches or chairs. What I do with them is I leave them outside. Like I wouldn't buy something that is furniture wise like that, that's got material on it. I wouldn't buy that during the winter because I want to leave it outside for a minute, right? A minute being probably a day. And then I will, during that day, I wrap it in complete plastic. And the reason is because if there's any kind of bugs or anything in it, that it will kill them right away. Just leave it in the sun, wrapped in the plastic, hopefully kill off most of them. Then I take it apart piece by piece. And what I can wash, I do wash on a very high heat. Whatever I cannot wash, I use my carpet cleaner. I have an attachment for furniture. I look in every little nook and cranny for any little signs. I thank God I have never brought any kind of bugs or anything into my house. But I'm also careful like where I would buy the stuff from. Um, and you could figure that out for however you want to. I don't want to be offensive to anybody when it comes to that, but if you go to cities that are more bougie kind of places and you go into their Goodwills, you can find more quality pieces, not as many antiques, because these bougie places, they've got top of the line everything. Um, but usually they've got housekeepers and things like that. And their houses are very well maintained and kept and clean. So you take less of a chance of bringing in any little creepy crawly into your house. Um, so those are just a few of my tricks and thoughts and what I look for when I'm doing the thrifting, my auctions, my things like that. I have completely found that it may take me a year to find something I'm looking for, but for me, the search of it, the wait of it, the finally getting of it is much more satisfying than to go to one of these brick and mortar stores and pay 90% more than what I would have found vintage for something that's not really vintage, but that can look vintage. And I just had to be patient. Sometimes I don't find what I'm looking for. I haven't, not saying that there's not things that I don't buy from the brick and mortar stores. If it's something I really, really want, by God, I'm gonna get it. Um, thank God I can usually find a replace something that looks like it to get the same effect, the same mood, the same thought. If I can't, and I really do like something like candles are my big thing. I can get vintage candles, but the first place I'm also looking at when I go to, you know, Target or even Walmart or the vintage shops, I'm going to the candle section. Um, and a lot of times the candles won't smell anymore, but I like the look of it. So I'll bring it home and I keep the vessel, whatever it comes in, and repurpose it for something else, even plants and things like that. So there's just a couple tips on the whole uh, vintage shopping, thrifting, just things that I do when I'm doing that. I hope I haven't bored you guys too much from that. What I'm going to do now is I've got to go and grab me a cup of coffee. We're going to pause for the cause. Listen, I know my thing says to hit the like. You do what you want to do. I don't care anymore if people are hitting the thumbs up or the thumbs down, because I just don't think it matters. I think hitting one of them puts out in the algorithm that somebody is interacting with the channel. And there's a reason why it should probably be put on a For You page. You know what I mean? So I really don't care. Just it's a good way to interact with the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. And it does help get people who are like-minded, who like this kind of content and the other crazy shit that we do here, to come and see us and hang out with us. I want to say I miss Maggie so much. I know you guys do too. I think she is flying home on Tuesday, and hopefully I will talk her into getting on here and let's doing a live together, a StreamYard live together on here and talk about her journey. This one's been a long trip for her. And I know that she has felt really pretty incredible for the majority of this trip. And I've seen pictures. They're glorious. I'm not going to share them because I want Maggie to share them. And you guys, I doubt she'll share any pictures of her, but the ones that I have gotten of her and Honey are phenomenal. Maggie is all dark and sun-kissed and gorgeous. Oh God. I don't even fucking know if I'm going to be her friend anymore. All right, that's not true, but I'm probably not going to let her cam up. All right, let's pause for the calls. You guys hit that. I'm going to get a coffee. We're going to get a coffee, and then let's pull up the catalog for the auction that's going to start tonight and see what is it that you would be looking at. Let's block Maggie. All right, pause for the calls. People, get your coffee. Do whatever you're going to do. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for being here. I will be RB.
In the studio we laugh all day. She's got that sass in every way. Talking fast, not a pause in sight. Leanie's got my head in a spin tonight. Oh, shut up, Leanie, can't you see? You talk so much, it's drowning me. With your white hair and sassy flair, just give me a breath, let me share. Podcast queen with a wicked smile, running jokes mile after mile. Try to speak, but in she slides. Leanie makes it a wild ride. With a wicked smile, running jokes mile after mile. I try to speak, but in she slides. Leanie makes it a wild ride. Oh, shut up, Leanie, can't you see? You talk so much, it's drowning me. With your white hair and sassy flair, just give me a breath, let me share. Oh, Leanie, don't get me wrong, can't imagine life without your song. But girl, you've gotta let me in. This ain't just your show to win. So here I stand with my mic in hand, trying to keep this show as planned. Leanie laughs, guess it's gonna stay a little secret every day. Trying to keep this show as planned. Leanie laughs, guess it's gonna stay a little secret every day. Oh, shut up, Leanie, can't you see? You talk so much, it's drowning me. With your white hair and sassy flair, just give me a breath, let me share. Let me share. Oh, Leanie, don't get me wrong, can't imagine life without your song. But girl, you've gotta let me. This ain't just your show to win. Oh, shut up, Leanie, can't you see? You talk so much, it's drowning me. With your white hair and sassy flair, just give me a breath, let me share. Oh, Leanie, don't get me wrong, can't imagine your life without your song. But girl, you've gotta let me. This ain't just your show to win. So here I stand with my mic in hand, trying to keep this show as planned. Leanie laughs, guess it's gonna stay a little secret every day. So here I stand with my mic in hand, trying to keep this show as planned. Leanie laughs, guess it's gonna stay a little secret every day. In the studio we laugh all day. She's got that sass in every way. Talking fast, not a pause in sight. Leanie's got my head in a spin tonight. Oh, shut up, Leanie, can't you see? You talk so much, it's drowning me. With your white hair and sassy flair, just give me a breath, let me share. Podcast queen with a wicked smile, running jokes mile after mile. Try to speak, but in she slides. Leanie makes it a wild ride. With a wicked smile, running jokes mile after mile. I try to speak, but in she slides. Leanie
Leaning makes it a wild ride. All right. What is that music I'm hearing? Oh, it's my TV. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it so much. I hope you paused for the cause. Hit the thumbs up, the thumbs down. Nobody cares around here. No, but listen, nobody cares. All right. Up or down, you're not offending me in any way. Just let the algorithm know that you're interacting with the channel. All right. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good start to the weekend. I hope that you, wherever you are at in the US of A or in Hawaii, Alaska, all these places that are into the fall season, that you are feeling it. This is a different fall for Indiana than it has been in the previous years. I have seen tons and tons of caterpillars that I haven't seen in the 3 years that I've lived in this house. And I think they went up into in my back porch. I have this faux greenery that I stapled to the top of my ceiling to put lights in it because I wanted it kind of to be gardeny. And I think the caterpillars went up there, cocooned, and are and have pretty much come out of their cocoon. And lo and behold, of course, I had to do research on them because they were the same exact type. And what they are they're 8 spotted moths. You guys might have seen them. We've got a rush of them up in the northern states this year. They're black moths, and they have 8. Y'all look it up. I know what I'm talking about. They're called the 8 spotted moth, and they have white and cream color little spots on their wings. They're gorgeous. They are daytime flyers, so they move during the daytime, and they're sleeping at night. They're everywhere in my back porch. That's why I think the caterpillars moved up there to cocoon, because now they're just everywhere. It's like a little oasis. So my little garden turned into a garden, except they're not butterflies, they're moths. So there you have it. Everybody learns something every day, but I love them. I really do. And there's spider webs out there too, because I told y'all that my gardens are a mess. My yards, my flower beds, everything is trash, spider webs everywhere. And y'all, I'm helping those little moths out of the spider webs because I don't want them eaten. I love them. All right. Let me pull this up. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it so much. What we're doing is I'm sharing the screen of an online auction that will start tonight at, let me make this as big as I can. No, not that way. An online auction starts tonight, I think, at 8 o'clock. This is the catalog for what they're going to be auctioning off. I'm trying to figure out how to make it bigger because on this screen, let's see. All right. My mouse is screwed. The wheel on my mouse is screwed. Beefcake had come and sit at my computer to do his football what do you call those things? You pick a team and you win money and put football, whatever. Anyways, and he's like, what the hell is wrong with your mouse? I was like, the wheel's broken. Buy me another one. So I'm hoping I get another one. All right, let me see. How do I do this? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That should make it bigger. You guys zoom in. We're going to scroll through this. Oh, Sean got a new laptop. Good on you. Want to buy some sports bars or granola bars? They have those creepy carol singers at auction. Lizzo, I love them. I got a whole bunch of them last year. Fantasy football. Of course, my man Sean is going to know that. Yeah, he's in like 3 leagues. I'm bored with it. I did it 1 year and I was like, no, because I'm just picking the Colts everything. And I lost money, so I don't ever play anymore. All right, so this is so we can see on the screen this auction date. So they put up the catalog on the 26th of August tonight, and it goes through tonight, the 6th. And the auction is going to start at 8 p.m. and it should end. So, meaning this says the auction ends at 8 p.m. as well, meaning for the online bids, for pre-bids. Okay. So what we're going to do is at 8 p.m. we'll come on here and we'll watch how the auction goes. There's not any talking, so we could just talk through it, talk about the different things. And then you scroll down. They have a bunch of different catalogs going on for future auctions that are coming up. One thing I've noticed that's really big, you guys, I can't see chat, so mods, thank you so much for modding the chats. Big hugs to the mods for keeping it clean there and making sure there's no shit going on. Y'all do what you do. I trust you. I thank you. And you guys are the best of the best. I don't care what they say about you. All right. One thing I've noticed that's big in this auction, in every one of the auctions this company has, are these signs. Can you guys see my please let me know if you can see my cursor, because I'll be pointing out some stuff. But these old signs, look at this one. The high bid on this is already $400 US dollars, and it's only got 17 bids on it. 5 hours and 27 minutes is left to bid on this, meaning that's going to be during the time that they will already be auctioning it live. So this is going to go up a lot higher. There's big money to be made if you're in the US. I don't know about other countries, but in the US, the older the aluminum metal kind of signs, in really good shape, like this one's still in pretty good shape, you could read it on there, they go for big money. Big money. They're real collectors out there. And I'm not going to lie, I looked through the signs because one day I am going to find a sign with my husband's last name on it for him as a surprise. But this is the kind of money you're paying for it. This one over here, so this is a Standard Oil. So this is, I think this was probably at a car shop or some a mechanic shop. And then this one right here is for $620. It's got 78 bids on it. Now, if I was looking at this by myself, what I would do is I would start researching this sign. Let me pull it up. All right. So can you see that? Let me go back to StreamYard. You can. Okay. All right. I would start pulling this up because I want to know why this sign is this expensive. So this is a vintage porcelain. It maybe because it's porcelain enamel Polarine motor oil sign. I know race car drivers like to have these in their shops and in their garages and things like that. My husband he raced cars back in the day, comes from a long line of racers. That's what I know to call them, race car drivers, whatever. And they do collect these signs. Now, mind you, we don't have signs that cost this much money, but they're big. So what I would be doing if I was serious about this is I would start researching the sign. I want to know why it's going for this much money, and what it's valued at. I would never pay over what it's valued at. I would never pay this much money. But there are people out there that do, right? And why does this say 6:30 p.m.? Time remaining on this is 3 hours and 30 minutes. I might better check again and make sure that the auction is not going to go longer. All right. And maybe because this might be the original stand. I don't know. I don't know. When you're dealing with auctions, if it matters to you, if you're buying stuff from auction to turn it over to make more money on it, you would want to know how much the value is. Kind of like the American Pickers, right? You guys remember that show? I used to love that show. And they were constantly, whenever they would pick stuff out of these old barns, they knew how much they could sell it for in their shop. So they were willing to pay this for it right here if somebody wanted to buy it for them from them for $800. That's $180 value to them, right? And then you've got people that do picking. Picking means like going to these vintage stores or auctions and things like that. And they've got clientele that are saying, hey, while you're out there on the back roads, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Find one. Let me know. And so they've got those people in their phone. They're like, hey, I found this Polarine sign that you've been looking for right now. The highest bid on it's 620. What is the highest you're going to go on it? And I'll see if we can get it for you. And this is my cost. And that's how it's worked out. All right. I hope you guys are learning a little bit. I hope this isn't too boring. This is my jam. This is what I do. So, signs, any kind of signage from back in the day is big stuff. So, and this auction site always has signage. Always. Now, I would be looking for one of these. The deal is that these are old vintage sleds, right? That they raced back in the day. Here's the deal. I loved them. I've always loved them. My daughter, when she moved into her house, the old man who used to live there did not take a lot of stuff out of the attic. She ended up finding two very old ones. And she gifted them to me, y'all. She gifted those to me. And so I've got two very old ones of these. Now, the highest bid on them is only $6 right now. We can, when you're watching the live go on, you'll be able to see how much somebody really pays for one of these. I use it to decorate with my put them on my porch outside during Christmas time and during the snow season. I think they're really cute if that's what you are into, or in a garden or anything. They look cute. So I guarantee you this is, I don't know. I don't know what it'll go for, but I'm curious as to, because mine looks a hell of a lot more old than these. But that's twice that my daughter has moved into a house where she found antiques up in her attic. So what you would do is you could also, so down here we could pre-bid on something, right? Like if we wanted the sled, we would pre-bid. Like I said, I don't pre-bid, but you could hit the watch right here. That way you are notified whenever that is up for bid. You know what I mean? So you could sit there and watch it and decide how much you're going to bid on it. So let's just go through some of this stuff. Some of this stuff is not new. Not old. It is, these are come out of houses. These are estate sales, basically, that have been brought into this online shop auction. So this obviously is not old, but if you're in need of like a snow blower, y'all, we got our snow blower and our snow pusher thing to put on the lawnmower to push the snow out of the way from the auction. And you could get them at really, really good deals, and they work. I have my husband's grandmother's huge wash tub like this, and I usually have it out during the fall with a mum in it. I love it. But anything you can think of is I mean, this same kind of stuff is not going to be at every auction. It's just not, because they're going to different houses. Some of it is alike, like the signage. That's a big deal. Usually you can find all kind of totes and stuff, and sometimes you can find them at better prices, believe it or not, in the dollar store. So just be careful what you're ordering or what you're bidding on as well, because if you could buy it at another store for cheaper, then my god, do that. That's what I would do. But so I am, I'm tell you right now, this blue. See, I'm having to manually scroll because see how screwed up my thing is? My wheel. Let me go back down here. I don't know about where you're at, but these right here, this is going to go for a high price. Right now, it's just $8. It's going to go for a high price. Where we're at in Indiana, these things are expensive in stores. People are collecting rainwater now and are watering their gardens with it. It's been done for years and years and years, where people collected rainwater when people had to get water from the creeks and stuff like that. And over time, we figured out how valuable it is to collect the rainwater. I'm on a well, so I own the water rights. But if you're in the city where you're paying the city for water, if you have something like this blue bucket here, or um, I mean, if you have a small house garden, outside, which is what I call them, my little garden is just a house garden. It's not going to feed anybody but me and my family. I mean, doesn't it make more sense to collect the rainwater and water your gardens with this, than to be paying all the water bills that it cost? That's just me. So that's going to go for some money because people are becoming very resourceful again, and that's another good thing that COVID taught us. I like these sorts of things right here. The chair with the plant stands. You, the reason why I like these is because I like flower gardens that have all. I don't have one here, but one day I'm going to have one. But different flower gardens around your yards and stuff that have wildflowers in them, or a little pathway through them and stuff. And I just like the look of metal chairs or things like this, old things that are crusty, rusty, sitting out in those gardens to make them look, to me, they look like English gardens like that. I don't know. I've been looking for one of these because you guys know that I'm short, but the kind I want, I don't know if this one does or not. Maybe it does. Let's look. Okay, so this one, the seat lifts up and it becomes a ladder. I actually like the ones that fold down, that the seat still stays on it, but it folds down. And I want one of those. And I have been watching these online auctions for it because, see, this is not old. It was bought at Costco. And mine doesn't have to be old. It has to be workable, and preferably look old. And this one kind of does. Um, I'm always standing on chairs, getting into my upper cabinets and pulling chairs around to take push something into the walls or whatever, dusting the ceilings. And this to me is much more safer than how I do it. And I just think they look cute. So I have been on the lookout for one of those. Unfortunately, I think they go too high in price than what I want to pay for. So I will be watching for that tonight. Another thing you're going to find on this particular auction site is a lot of weaponry. And uh, I've never bought any off of here. Don't need to, but I do look through it, and here's why. Everybody that knows me knows I am looking for an old what do you call it? Old colonial gun that they used to push the gunpowder through. Because I want that on my mantle. Right now, I have got an antique. I forget what lever rifle. It was my husband's first rifle that was ever given to him, and I don't remember who. The other thing, so I'm always looking for that. I've never found one yet. The other thing that are big right now and they're worth the investment are blow molds. Um, I've got especially Christmas blow molds, the older ones. They're worth a lot of money, and they're never going to go away, and they are going to keep their value, and they're going to keep rising in value because the blow molds of the 50s and 60s are not the same blow molds that are made today. So when you're looking for a blow mold, this one's a 22-inch. You can tell by the back a lot what kind of how old it is. Also, down in the description, it doesn't show, like, it doesn't give you a year on it. But it does say antiques and collectibles. That's the group that it's in. Does it mean that it's necessarily an antique or vintage? No, it just means that it could just be a collectible or a decorative. You know what I mean? People buy those. I only buy the ones that I know that were done in the 40s, 50s, and 60s because I know they're not losing their value. And I like them. I like the vintage look of them. So, and I've got way too many, so I won't be buying anymore unless it's just something that's a really good deal that I just can't live without. So of course the time of year, they're going to be bringing out a lot of holiday looking things. My favorite time is during this time to go through stuff, the online auctions and stuff, because I know that these are estate sales, and so they will have more of the vintage Christmas things and blow molds and things like that. The other thing that you're going to always find on this particular site, you're always going to find vintage and newer, but mainly vintage lamps and cookware and dishes. Always. You're just always going to find them on here. Be careful. Be careful, because some of the stuff that's being made now is made to look vintage, and it's not. So if you're actually into only the vintage stuff, be careful, and do your research. Each one of, let me just bring this one up really quick. Each one of these are called, it's a pattern, right? You can Google this pattern and find out when exactly this pattern, who made it, and when it was popular, when it was being made. All right. I went through a time where I was doing a lot of Pyrex old bowls, and truly I wasn't, they were being stored in a cabinet. I wasn't using them enough to validate me having as many, so I stopped. Now, if I had a cabinet that was a display cabinet, then I still have some pieces that I would use for that. But just to buy them because I loved them so much, I couldn't validate it. So let's look down here what these say. Maybe they will give you a description on it. See, it says descriptions are based on our opinion only. Please see the pictures and be your own judge. So you're going to have to, like right here, it says it's an unmarked glass bowl with Dutch kids and a USA bowl. That tells me right there, if it's unmarked, it's not a collector's item as far as being able to make money on it later. If you like it, and even then buy it. I mean, if it's your jam, do it, spread it, get it. But if you're trying to buy something to do resell, or you just believe in that product, then, or it's your favorite, like me, I love the brown and the white McCoy jugs. I love them. Now, will I get one that's not marked McCoy? Yes, but the ones that I can get that are McCoy at a good price, I just like the brand. Probably because I'm in love with the Hatfields and McCoys, and I've done a lot of research on them. So there's that. So beware. If it doesn't have a marking on it, some kind of marking, it's probably not that old. They have, if you guys remember back in the day, they used to say that vintage was like 20, 25 years. Anything over 50 years was actually considered antique. That has been changed in a lot of the wording of this. Now, some people are saying anywhere from 80 to 100 years makes it an antique. Anything under 80 years is vintage. So, just letting you guys know, none of us here are antiques yet. According to them, we are vintage. So, at least I am. I know Liz loves uranium. Let me look at this one really quick, because Liz loves her some uranium. You will always, always, always find uranium glass. The uranium glass is big right now, big, 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 because it's not made anymore. And if it is, it's not made to the way that it was intended for. Real uranium glass will actually glow in the dark. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. And remember, this is a good thing to remember as well. Pictures can be deceiving. When we're looking at this or this, we're just like, damn, I mean, that's a nice size. Nice. And then you have this. It stands 2.5 inches tall. So be careful with measurements and things like that. Make sure that they've got a ruler standing next to it. You guys, I go by measurements with my hand and my feet. I wear a size 7 shoe. I know that 1.5 of my feet is like a foot, right? I know that like 2 of my hands put up and down from each other is almost a foot. So that's how I measure things. Just like whenever I see like something online that says 12 inches this by this, I put my hands, or I measure by my hands and feet. I mean, we all do what we do, right? That's just one of my quirks. But uranium glass, big, big, big deal. You see already this little tiny hat is going for $25. A lot of the older colors in glass is big money, but I think right now the vintage uranium glass is one of the highest. This bluegrass glass is Fenton. Fenton glass is very sought after right now too. Still not as expensive as the uranium, but the brand Fenton, it's going for big money. So this stuff is going to go for big money tonight, you guys. Jade. Jade is another. Let me tell you about jade. Jade is, I think, I'm not sure. I don't collect it. I try to just chill out. I think jade is big right now. That this one's called Jadeite Fire King batter mixing bowl. Some of you may have owned some of this. I think it became popular again because of the color schemes that have become popular over the last couple of years. Everybody's been into including myself. I've always loved green, every color green, but I was super excited when olives started being everywhere, all different color autumn olives and jades and just different color greens. I was super excited. And I think because on the color palettes that a lot of people are doing now, green is right up there, all different color greens. I think that's how this became so popular. But that'll go for a plenty poop. Pretty penny as well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I want this and I want this bad. Not necessarily this. Y'all, I could just shoot myself. Somebody shoot me now, slap me later. I had almost this full set. I think someone correct me. Someone help me with this. I think this set came out like in the 60s. And you could either get the green or the amber, like the yellow. Y'all, I had the yellow. I had all of these I remember they were dessert cups, right? So I had like 6 dessert cups in the yellow. I had the pitcher in the yellow. I think that's all I had. What I really want only are these glasses in this color. Just because my ex-mother-in-law had the yellow in these glasses, and I always loved them. I always loved the shape of them. And I never knew they came in green until recently. And I just adore this set. What I ever did with it, I don't know. You guys, I purge. And if I'm not using it that much and I'm not like displaying it and really loving it, I get rid of it. So I guarantee you it went to Goodwill. I guarantee you. So tonight I'm going to be looking at this set. Right now the high bid on it is only $12. It's going to go for a lot more than that. You have to kind of make up in your mind how much you're willing to spend. I'm going to have to love up on beefcake. Wait a minute. Hold on. I still got a check coming from work. So I may not have to ask Beefcake for it. But if he wants to be sweet and buy it from me, I'll be happy to do sexual favors for it. Anyways, back to, sorry, it's not Leaning After Dark, so I better shut the hell up. Another thing you're going to find on the site is furniture like this. You guys, these aren't bad deals. I have seen these because when we go to pick up if you order something, I live close enough, I go to the place and I pick up my goods. They don't ship it to me. Every one that I have seen, they're not broken. They're not wobbly. You can find online auctions that the furniture is great furniture. I've seen the chairs, the reclining chairs that actually come all the way up and stand you up, those medical kind of chairs, for great prices. I don't care where it comes from. Put it outside for at least 24 hours. Wrap it in. I'm telling you, I've never brought any creepy crawlies in. Wrap it in plastic, whether it be a huge plastic bag, gardening plastic. I don't care what you do. Wrap it, leave it out there for 24 hours. Get a good steam cleaner thing on it. Vacuum it real good. And you guys, right now, this is $22. I don't know what it'll go for. I've seen some go for like really, really cheap where I could not believe what I was seeing. I think it depends on the color as well that you're looking for. I'm going to jump right back over here to chat really quick. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to be going live during this live because there is oh my God, you guys, I just remembered. I am not, hopefully Beefcake is done with his football game in time to get back for this live because he is the one scheduled not scheduled, he's the one registered to bid on all this. I'm not, because I just am like, bid. So hopefully he'll get home in time to do it for me because I really want that green glass. Yes, lift chairs, thank you. Y'all see I know what I'm talking about. I can see it in my head, but finding the right words is sometimes hard for me. Mobile mechanic, good to see you, sunshine. My Idaho friend, good to see you. We're just going over this online auction that I'm going to go live for tonight. All right, let me go back to this. Anybody else who's here, thank you so much. Pause for the cause. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, thumbs down. Nobody really cares around here. We just appreciate your interaction with the channel. All right, let's look and see what else is going on here. Barrels, those are big things. Bookcase shelves. I have one of these up in the attic, you guys, that Wentz left here. It is very old, very old. It needs some work done on it. That's why I put it back in the attic, because I didn't want to break it. It's just real wobbly, but I know the people that don't have dryers, or people over in England, maybe in Australia, they dry most of their clothes. These things are perfect for that stuff. It folds up. Right. This won't be too expensive. You can tell it's not older. It's been fixed with these ugly colors in it. But I love them. Let's see what else we got going. Y'all, look how beautiful this hutch is. Now, it's not my jam. It's very modern looking to me. But it's beautiful. Right now, the bid on it is $29. I could see it going up to a little over 100 because of what all it entails. So I guess right here you can put your wine bottles into it. It's got a glass top. I could tell it's got some bamboo or something to make like bamboo sidings, and it's got the claw foot. Maybe those are on wheels. I don't know. Yeah, so and it's got great space drawers. So this is it looks like it's real wood and not particle wood. So this is well, let's see what the description says. It's a beautiful buffet. It's 50 inches wide by 20 inches deep by 42 height. Please see pictures for condition. We are open for preview. So this online auction, if you live close enough to the place that's auctioning off the stuff, you can actually go in and look at it. So this is going to go for a nice price. If this is real wood, which I think it is, this is going to go for, but it's still not going to be as expensive as what you're going to go and find in the big box stores that is made with particle board and shit. This is good stuff. To me, it looks like oak. So, what are you looking for? They got benches. That's not my jam, but people like these things out the side of their doors. It's already going for $9. This is going to go for more because people do buy this stuff, especially during this time of year. Let's see. You are also going to find a lot, believe you me, you're going to find more costume jewelry and coins if you're a coin collector on these things. And they're going to go for a pretty penny. Not so much the costume jewelry, but you can sometimes as well find some real rings. This is a 14 karat. Now they cannot list it without having, they cannot list it as 14 karat ring without having it appraised. So I know they do that. They have their certificates up in their shop that shows that they do, where they get their appraisals done, things like that. This is a gorgeous ring. It's a tangerine stone, size 8 3/4. I think it's glorious. I think it's beautiful. It's stamped on the inside, 14 karat. I don't know, what kind of stone, but right now it's running for $190. The reason being is because gold is worth some money right now. So people will buy up the gold just to melt it down into something else. Or I would wear this ring just like it is, but I am not that into jewelry that I would pay for something like this. I love jewelry. I don't know. I'm not into collecting coins. My son is. And then you can find some weird stuff. Oh my God, look at these. Can we stop right here for a minute? Look at the cheese crocs, you guys. Stop it. Oh, y'all, this is my jam. You know what? Look at this blue one back here. Speckled blue. Oh my God, these could be used for tons of things. $4. I don't think this is going to go much over that. So I'll be on the lookout for that as well tonight. Come on, Beefcake, get home. There's also some weird stuff you can find. Old driftwood. Doesn't even look like, just this driftwood, rootwood art, 14 to 16 inches high. If that's your jam, get you some wood. And I'm going to leave that right there because I could say a lot more, but it's not leaning after dark. I'm always on the lookout for baskets as well. None of this is my jam. But if you like the Southwestern look, the Indian look, the desert look, y'all, or even I don't know, maybe even Arabic. I could see some of this in these would be great baskets for that look. So you'll find a little bit of everything. Let's keep going. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being in here with me. See, I use my damn bullhorns. Y'all want a bullhorn? When my Huckleberry was a kid, I did his bedroom in old Western. My dad, who raised me, I call him lovingly the last living true cowboy. My daddy still wears a cowboy hat, his cowboy boots that he only gets his boots made from Juarez, Mexico. And they're actually made for him. And he wears boleros. He doesn't wear a regular tie. If he's dressing up, he will have a bolero on, his black cowboy hat, his nice real leather boots on, black slats, probably white shirt. That's usually how my dad is dressed at any event. But anyways, my dad ended up gifting me when my Huck was a little guy, and he gifted me a bunch of his things. He gifted me an old pair of his cowboy boots for my son, a bolero that meant a lot to him. My aunt sent me a pair of these from Texas that I had in his room. Another friend of mine, this is when we were living in Savannah, she had horses. She gave me a small, real old saddle that I found a dresser that it fit perfectly on, that he could jump up on and pretend he was riding a horse. Um, but, anyways, you could find some quirky things. Look at the bid. 27 bids, 57.50 at this. So I guess people are still decorating with those. Any hoot and a holler. Old cast irons, really big cast irons coming back. I've gotten a couple cast irons on here. Old um, gardening tools are on here. Spittoons, all this kind of stuff. I'm on the lookout for copper. You guys know I love old quilts. And this one says that it needs some repairing. For me, if it's the right price, if I could, this quilt is 66 by 72. That's a pretty nice size. That's bigger than a throw. For me, I just like, which is just wasteful. But I do like decorating with quilts. I like using them as tablecloths. I like just folding them up and putting them in a display case. I like rolling them and having them in baskets for the seasons. I would buy something like this for $5 because it's not like I plan on using it on a bed. You know what I mean? So, but this is going to go higher, of course. I hope you guys are hanging out with me, enjoying this. If not, I get it that this isn't your jam, it's not your cup of tea. No big deal. You're not hurting my feelings at all. It's just there's some of us that dig it, and so that's why we're here. I used to own one of these too. My mother gave it to me. Do you guys remember the Jewel Tea Man? I don't know if that's where this came from, actually. I had this exact same pot. My mom gave it to me a long time ago. Y'all, somehow I got rid of it and I could kick my own ass every time I see one. I think they're beautiful for fall decorating. I don't put everything out that I have. I use different things for different seasons, which is kind of wasteful. But I'm gonna give you a thought on that when I do my live on my home tour, fall home tour. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on what I have discovered about keeping things like this just for seasonal use. But I could kick my own ass. I already had one. Like I said, bunch of cast iron. That's all I grew up with, you guys. My mother only had cast iron. I love the primitive spools. Absolutely love them. Here's one I know that Mission would love. Maybe. I don't know. Looks like they have converted this into a maybe they converted it into a electric one. Maybe it was a real one. I don't know enough about them yet to figure that out, but I'm going to learn. But that's beautiful. I love the color. I'm not thrilled with these are coins, I guess, inside. Not thrilled with that, but I love the color of it. And now I'm on the freaking lookout for them. Freaking Mission. Mess me all up. Yeah, gotta have some. Just gotta have them. I'm not going to go through all these because as you can see, there are tons of pages and I could talk about stuff constantly that I adore in all this. Even if you like the quirky stuff like the flamingos and stuff, if you're from, you know, the flamingos remind me of Diamond Lucidity. She has the most beautiful house. She's got very eclectic style like that. So I don't, every time I see like glass and things like that and flamingos, it reminds me of her. She's the most beautiful gardens as well that she works very hard on. As you can see, more vintage stuff that from Christmas. Beefcake and I have a real obsession with this kind of stuff, so we will be taking a look at that. This, I think, is what Lizzo calls creepy. Lizzo, do not think for 1 second that I don't adore this. And it works. It says the Christmas carolers work. Oh my gosh. This is my jam. I love it. Look at that. Oh, it's got a little blemish in it. But I mean, still $27. It's got quite a few blemishes in it. But people are still the colors in it. Oh, no, I don't like this. See, I thought it was so it's a display. Nope, that's not my jam. I like figurines and so I understand why it's got that blemish in it. Okay. But it could be somebody's jam and it does light up. And it is 3D. So, but the colors are phenomenal. I love it. Let's see. Let's just look at a few more things and then we'll get out of this. But holiday stuff, shoes, things like that. More signage, clocks. If you guys are into clocks, a lot of people are into the old vintage clocks. My husband is more so than I am. And so we have quite a few that he has brought home. Baseball cards, any kind of collectibles, they're on here. Oh my God, we need to get this. Oh, doesn't this kind of look like it? We need to find a CB for Maggie. We need to find, because Maggie met her husband over the CB radio. Oh, that would be a fun gift to get to Maggie. Get her a real CB for the memories. If you collect baseball mitts and things like that, they've got an old collection of those dolls. You guys would not believe how many of these I have gotten rid of over the years that are worth so much money, or that I have allowed. I just gave them to my grandgirls too. No regrets on that. Hogwarts. What is that? Well, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I also like suitcases and things like that, but they have to be very, very, very old. Telling you guys, geese are coming back. Those 80s, the 80s geese are coming back, guys. You're going to start walking in your friend's house and they're going to be fucking everywhere. A cast iron base mic stand. That sounds completely heavy. Like I said, costume jewelry, if you're into that stuff, it was a big thing back in the day, y'all. People didn't have, women didn't have money for the jewels and stuff. But I've noticed more and more people are wearing costume jewelry now because they like jewelry for different things. Each outfit, and costume jewelry is where it's at. I do want to get an old pocket watch, or one that looks like an old pocket watch, and a monocle. Oh, see, this is where Brian Koberger should have been. Never mind. Let me get away from that. I'm just going to piss people off. Regular tools, old tools, such and such. All right. So there you have it. It's a little bit of everything. I am going to figure out if this online is going to start actually at 8, or if it's going to start out at 6:30. I gotta figure. Jam. Look at these planners, y'all. Love them. I would love to have a potting shed one day. Not necessarily to pot, but just to make it look like I pot. Longer burger baskets. Do you guys remember when those were in? Everybody was doing the longer burger baskets. I'm not really a big fan of them, but they are coming back. A lot of people, they are coming back because I don't know if they even make them anymore, but yeah, Oh, look at these. Can we stop it, y'all? I saw Beth posted a picture, if you're friends with Beth on Facebook, of her babies going off to their first day of school. They were wearing these kind of shoes in their cute little uniforms and their braids. They look like proper little English girls. Telling you, them girls are going somewhere. They're going high society. I can feel it. They're going to be in a castle somewhere. Oh, I've got chill bumps. Hold on. Let me tell you about it. All right. They're going to be, okay. These girls are going to grow up. They're going to be going to a debutante ball, and they're going to be presented. What do you call that? Where they present you at a certain age at a ball, and they're going to have the most majestic dresses on, and their hair like all up in ringlets and down the side ringlets. I got my eyes closed thinking about this, guys. Just bear with me. Close your eyes. It gets better. All right. So they're going to be turned out at these balls, right? Somebody is going to fall in love with them, and they're going to want to marry them and fall in love. And it's no glass slipper moment, y'all. There's no glass slipper, because the glass slipper turns back into crap at midnight. No, no, no. These girls are going to be swept off their feet, and they're going to be duchesses to the dukes. And oh, it's just going to be fantastic. And they're going to live in a castle, like an old castle. And but it's not going to be cold and damp and wet. It's going to be charming and beautiful. And they're going to live on one side of it, and on the other side it's going to be open to the public. And I'm going to get to come there, and they seriously are going to have high tea. And they're going to have okay, should we call them servants? I know that's not politically correct, but listen, it's my vision. I'm calling whoever I want to call what I want to call them. So get over it and don't be butthurt. We're going to have servants, and they're going to dress in maid's clothing with these nice dresses on and these black boot things. And they're going to have pinafores. Is that what you call them? Like those white aprons. And they're going to be wearing those white caps, and they're going to serve them and call them Your Highness. And I'm going to be the guest of honor there, and I'm going to have my own bedroom, and it's going to be everything English, and I'm going to have a bell beside my bed. See, now it's going to what's in it for me. All right. So I'm going to have a bell beside my bed that I'm going to ring in the morning, and a servant is going to come in there and open my blinds. And I'm going to sit up in bed all proper and shit. And I'm going to be wearing a white Muslim, like linen type gown with my own little white nightcap on. And I'm going to sit up, push myself in the bed up against the pillows, and say, "Good morning, Gertrude." That's going to be her name, Gertrude. "Good morning, Gertrude. How is your day going?" And she's going to say, "Oh, Mom." Not like ma'am, like ham, but mom, like mom. "Mom, Mom, I've been up since 5 o'clock. I've got your breakfast ready. I don't even eat breakfast, but I'm so thankful that somebody is treating me like the Queen of Sheba over here, that I'm digging it. I've learned to eat breakfast, scones, if you will, scones with a spot of tea." Okay, I'm push myself up in the bed, and they bring me a tray, and they set it on my lap. All right, close your eyes, people. Close your eyes. All right. All right, and the tea comes with a little teapot and a teacup that has its own matching saucer, and the saucer and the cup match the teapot, and there's slices of lemon over on the side. And because I don't want any, they know that I'm American, so I'm not going to be drinking any milk in my tea, but I would like lemon. And so I squeeze my lemon, I pour my tea, and I've got my little scones there on a breakfast plate that matches my teapot, my saucer, and my cup. And there's a flower in a little see-through vase. It's a real flower, you guys, that I get picked every morning just for me. All right. And it's some kind of wildflower, like a daisy or um, lazy Susan, a lazy black-eyed Susan, or it's just magical. And I look around my room, and I'm in a 4-poster canopied bed. Oh my God. And there's no TV in there. And it's got the perfect William Morris. Okay, back to the girls. Anyways, so they're setting me up that bedroom in the castle, and I am called Mom, not Ham, not Ma'am. Don't call me Ma'am, call me Mom, like hum, not Ma'am, like spam. Got it? Because over there I'm English. All right. Anyways, these shoes just gave me that vision because those little girls are in these shoes, in their uniforms, with their braids on, and they look freaking darling. That I'm telling you, high teas are in their future. Life is looking good for Leanie because I'm getting the full treatment. There you go. All right. Y'all can all open your eyes now. Open your eyes. Um, I'm just letting it's happening. I'm whispering it out into I'm taking all my friends too because these little girls are gonna love us so much, you guys, that they're gonna have a room for each of you as well. You're not gonna be treated as good as me, but I mean I'm gonna have the nicer, bigger room. But you guys are gonna have a room and it's not gonna be drafted. You're gonna have your own fireplace in it, and you're gonna have your own servant, and they're gonna call you mom, like hum, not ma'am, like spam. And you're gonna be woken up with a croissant and a tea as well. But you guys will know that I am the favorite in the castle by the girls, and it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. So I feel like that's a good way to end the live. I have a novel on my hands, The Wicked Witch, Witch of the Midwest. So good to see you. So good to see you. I don't know. I saw these shoes. It reminded me of the girls, and then my imagination got the best of me. So which happens a whole lot in my life. So I'm going to end it there because that is such a good vision. You are welcome to keep your eyes, as soon as all this is logged off, close your eyes, get you a cup of tea, sit there, think about the girls becoming duchesses in their own castles and what you want your bedroom to look like, and your servant, and your place in the castle. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. The only person that's going to have a better bedroom than me is Lizzo, but I'm going to be like stalking her bedroom, and whatever Lizzo gets, I get, even if I have to buy it myself or sleep with the what do you call the manservant? The guy that goes in there and dresses the lord of the house. What's his name? Who's he? The footman? The they get him too. What are they called? Listen, you watch Downton Abbey too? Come on. Come on, people, help me. One of them guys. Anyways, I'm going to sleep with him, and he's going to be bringing me everything that Lizzo's got and more. All right. I love all of you so much. And as soon as I figure out what time this auction is going live, we will be live again to do it together this evening. I hope you have a great day wherever you at. Those that have to go to bed, I understand completely. Maybe you can catch a replay if you so wish. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the mods. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much to the members of this channel that help pay the bills. Thank you to Jay Badass, who sent in a donation to the channel as well. I appreciate that so much. And to those that are subbed to this channel, you guys are fabulous. I appreciate you so much. Even the ones that sit out in the bushes and gave me a view just so they could hate on me later. You're appreciated as well. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks for being here, guys. You guys mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys later on this evening. Can't be good at it. Can't be good at it, you guys. Turn on your cameras and let's go. I will play it right here for you guys. All right. Love you guys so much. See you in a little while. Bye.
She's over, Leanie is tired. Sitting and sassing is really hard. White hair has got black mascara's gone away. Now y'all go start off making dinner. Two chicks and a pond, maybe firing up soon. Manageress Maggie will love up on you. Say goodbye now, go on, go away. We'll meet back here, it'll all be okay. Go like fruitcakes. Go like fruitcakes. Go on like bugs. According to Leanie, into a big hug. Show's over, Leanie is tired. Sitting and sassing is really hard. White hair has gone, black mascara's gone away. Now y'all go start on with your day. Two chicks and a pond, maybe firing up soon. Manageress Maggie will love on you away. We'll meet back here and we'll all be okay. Go away, fruitcakes. Go away, fruitcakes. Go away, bugs. According to Leanie, gives you a big hug.